All right, did y'all see, man? So apparently, that boy Dietrich Williams, the boy Dietrich Williams is actually claiming that he's appealing the murder conviction. So he got life, right? He got life for killing, so this was a shooter, the tall guy. He was a shooter. He got life. And remember, the judge told him, you're going to be locked in a cell until you die. And then when you're dead, you're going to take out your stiff corpse, put it on a cold ass thing and wheel you out. And we're going to just throw you in a ditch. Like, that's your life. It's over. So he got life. Nothing got a death penalty. But the mastermind of this whole thing that killed XXXTentacion is this guy. His name is Dietrich Williams. And he's now appealing the conviction or the sentence. Now, Florida is a place I like. Florida's cut and dry. Florida, Texas, I like those places. You know why I like those places? It's found in fine out states, okay? You get found for first-degree murder, the judge don't got to be like, well, he's a good guy. He goes to church on Sunday. Life, that's it. It's either life or death. There's no like, oh, you'll be out in 20. No, it's over. Kick rocks. Come back as a moose or something, all right? Maybe next lifetime you can be a frog, okay? Maybe a spider. But for this lifetime, you're just going to be sitting here making license plates, walking around in your 4x4 cell, and okay? That's it. It's over. Your life's done.
Whoa. What happened?
Not gonna lie, I do like it. Now, obviously, I'm only for that when I know the person's guilty, right? Clearly, another.
Okay, damn. Okay, I think you're talking about the young trial thing. Okay, is he talking about Drake, or is he talking about somebody else? Is he talking about Drake right here, or is he talking about somebody else?
Situations. I'm a little bit malleable. Anyway, here's the point. We know these three Negroes are as guilty as could be. Also, another reason I like Florida. These niggas are doing life, and the nigga who snitched on them, he only got 5 years.
Okay. Yeah, all right, so let me skip this part.
Greedy heating companies hate this, but there's nothing they can do to stop you. Tired of wasting thousands on electricity bills.
Waited for a little more.
No, this is about the trial. Yeah. No. I want to watch this. I was thinking this is the Young Thug trial, but this is the trial about Drake and XX. Oh, yeah. I need to watch this. All right, hold on. Let's go back a little bit. Okay.
You're just going to be sitting here making license plates, walking around in your 4x4 cell, and shitting on that goddamn iron shitter, okay? That's it. It's over. Your life's done. I like that. Not gonna lie. I do like it. Now, obviously, I'm only for that when I know the person's guilty, right? Clearly, in other situations, I'm a little bit malleable. Anyway, here's the point. We know these three Negroes are as guilty as could be. Also, another reason I like Florida. These niggas are doing life, and the nigga who snitched on them, he only got 5 years. Now, I wanted him to get life too, but he helped sink these guys and whatever. You can't have everything in life. So there's another one. I'll show you that guy after. But yeah, so these guys got life, right? And now they're appealing the life. Hear how they bring Drake in. Let me tell you also the precursor before we get to it. So their whole defense was that, and this was a really stupid defense, right? It said, how do you know that we killed Drake? No, not Drake, sorry. Ooh, wow. Let's not speak that into existence. Ooh,
damn.
Let's write that down.
Whoa.
How do you know we killed XXXTentacion? That's my thing to say.
What the hell?
He had mad enemies. Mad niggas was beefing with him. Yo, he actually even posted himself. If something happened to me, Drake did it. Why y'all looking at Drake? Now, they try to float these ideas that maybe these guys were innocent, or even if they may not be.
Nah, something ain't right. Nah, he ain't slipped that in on. I think he did that on purpose. Somebody killed Drake. What you try?
As innocent, Drake would be the person that should be in cuffs and should be in court because there was probably a masterminded plot to kill X, and that the prosecutors or the investigators actually didn't do a good job of investigating it because they didn't take it seriously.
Something ain't right about that.
To be honest, they knew Drake had nothing to do with this, and
because he was just, I don't know, man. Wait, hold on. I gotta reanalyze that.
You're just gonna be sitting here making license plates, walking around in your 4x4 cell, and shitting on that goddamn iron shitter. Okay, that's it. It's over. Your life's done. I like that. Not gonna lie, I do like it. Now, obviously, I'm only for that when I know the person's guilty, right? Clearly, in other situations, I'm a little bit malleable. Anyway, here's the point. We know these three Negroes are as guilty as could be. Also, another reason I like Florida. These niggas are doing life, and the nigga who snitched on them, he only got 5 years. Now, I wanted him to get life too, but he helped sink these guys and whatever. You can't have everything in life. So there's another one. I'll show you that guy after. But yeah, so these guys got life, right? And now they're appealing the life. Hear how they bring Drake in. Let me tell you also the precursor before we get to it.
And you.
So their whole defense was that, and this was a really stupid defense, right? It said, how do you know that we killed Drake? No, not Drake, sorry. Ooh, wow. Let's not speak that into existence. Ooh, so let's write that down. How do you know we killed XXXTentacion? God rest his soul, that's my guy.
That seemed very sarcastic. I don't know about that.
I just say. He had mad enemies. Mad niggas was beefing with him. Yo, he actually even posted himself. If something happened to me, Drake did it. Why y'all looking at Drake? Now, they try to float these ideas that maybe these guys were innocent, or even if they may not be as innocent, Drake would be the person that should be in cuffs and should be in court, because there was probably a masterminded plot to kill X, and that the prosecutors or the investigators actually didn't do a good job of investigating it because they didn't take it serious. Now, to be honest, they knew Drake had nothing to do with this, and for you retarded, and I'm sorry to use the word, but for you stupid motherfuckers who actually think Drake killed X, you're an idiot, okay? There's no more way to coddle you, you're an idiot, okay? And this is why they have helmets, this is why we have the short bus, we have a lot of things for you dumbass niggas, okay?
Damn.
Now, with me saying that, I'm also gonna be very fair. I think Drake was whack for rapping in a sense to make it seem like he was responsible. He definitely did that, and that was corny, and that was whack. I like Drake, but that was unnecessary. I get it, him and X had a feud. X had said something about his mother. He definitely felt personal about that, but X passed away, and X himself has a mother. I spoke with X's mother after X passed, and X's mother really has a point of contention to say, why is this guy who's alive and the biggest rapper in the world making these, vague bars acting like he got my son killed? By the way, his family doesn't think that X was murdered by Drake, but they do think it's whack and corny that Drake did that. And fuck with Drake, but that's kind of whack and corny. Okay? And also the reason why I'm saying that too, I love X. Okay? So I can acknowledge both. All right. Let's play a little bit of this, because so these guys got sentenced to life, and now they're going through the appeal process.
I don't know, Act.
As they are, because
I don't know, Act. It seemed like you're trying to clear your name. I wonder if he's going to mention why his name got listed in the appeal, because his name got involved into this as well. So I wonder if he's going to talk about that.
because you were an essential part of that crime. When you went to spend that blood money on sneakers and jerseys.
Definitely seemed like he's trying to do a little damage control. Definitely. It seems like it.
You revealed to the court the value you place on the human life that was taken. One of the men convicted in the 2018 murder of rapper XXXTentacion is now appealing his conviction, and his legal team is focusing a lot of their attention on a major celebrity, Drake. We are going to explain the connections and the arguments as we sit down with Mauricio Padilla, the attorney for the convicted killer, Diedrich Devon Williams. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. This is in part due.
It's official. Hold on, sorry.
You are as guilty.
So last year, 3 men, including Williams, were convicted and sentenced to life in prison for the 2018 killing of the star rapper. And to be more precise, they were convicted of first-degree murder and armed robbery in connection with the shooting death of the 20-year-old artist whose legal name was Jose Onfoy. Now, the jury deliberated a lot. They deliberated for a little more than 7 days before returning a guilty verdict. This was for Michael Boatwright, Diedrich Williams, and Trayvon Newsom. Now, this murder occurred on June 18th, 2018, outside of Riva Motorsports. It's a motorcycle dealership in Deerfield Beach. It's a suburb of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And XXXTentacion had just withdrawn $50,000 in cash from a bank. He was leaving the store with a friend when his BMW was blocked by an SUV. In fact, surveillance footage from the scene actually captures this shocking moment as 2 masked gunmen, later identified as Boatwright and Newsom.
Boatwright's the tall one. Newsom is the other guy. The guy we're talking about, Diedrich, he's not there yet. Actually, he says in a vehicle. I think he's a driver. And Fat Boy, who tells on everybody, Robert Allen, he's also in the vehicle.
Emerged from the vehicle, confronted the...
And so this tall guy here fires a lethal shot that kills X.
Rapper at his driver's side window. There is a brief but very violent exchange with one of the men shooting XXX repeatedly. Afterwards, they snatch a Louis Vuitton bag containing the cash that the rapper had just withdrawn, and they speed away in the SUV. Williams was accused of being the driver of that SUV. And the friend, by the way, who was with XXXTentacion during that attack wasn't injured, but he witnessed the murder. And the jury's deliberation was lengthy, but ultimately they concluded that the evidence presented by the prosecution was sufficient. It was beyond a reasonable doubt, enough to convict all 3 defendants. And that evidence included the surveillance footage. It included cell phone videos of the defendants flashing cash right after the shooting. It included incriminating text messages from Boatwright, including one right after the shooting saying, "Tell my brother I got money for the new phone." And then, just minutes after that, sending in a separate text message a news article about XXX getting shot. And I also have to mention the key testimony of the trio's accomplice, Richard Allen, who claimed that he was a part of
It's Robert Allen, not Richard.
This robbery. And he implicated the defendants. He pled guilty to second-degree murder for his role in this killing. Hey, so before we jump into the story, I have something I gotta tell you about. I host an...
This is an ad. Okay, so this guy's lawyer is this goof right here, right? Now let me tell you a little bit about this goof of a lawyer. This guy is one of those guys who's probably just a, dirty shirt, bum-ass lawyer out of Florida who's trying to make his name off of this case, defending a bunch of people who, as you can tell by now, did it.
Damn.
This clown here, I think his name is Padilla or something like that.
Damn.
Mauricio Padilla, actually.
Is he a clown because he got you listed? I wonder if he's a clown because he put academics in it.
He sent subpoenas to Drake, and he sent subpoenas to me.
Here we go.
They wanted me and Drake to be deposed and possibly testify in X's murder trial.
Uh-oh.
Why, you may ask? Well, this clown claims me as a blogger, in my reporting, I gave the factual timeline and story towards the beef of X and Drake. Then he wanted Drake because he felt Drake actually did the murder. This guy's an idiot. This guy was just wasting everybody's time. The reason why I talk about him, and I try not to like ad-lib it with certain things, especially when we're talking about things like this clown had somebody sit outside my house for like 3 weeks. I was in here streaming the whole time. There was a nigga out there just trying to serve me. Could you, like, fuck out of here, okay? And the whole time I'm looking, I think I'm talking through because I have a gate thing where I can just talk to these motherfuckers. Your client's getting life. He's gonna die in jail, okay? I'm not testifying. I'm not showing up. And of course, the judge in the Florida case told him, kick rocks. We have to go ask a court where Academics lives, and I don't think they'll force Academics to do shit. And also, Academics got money. He'll probably get a lawyer. He won't testify at all. So they eventually stopped. But the same with Drake. They wanted Drake to be deposed. They tried to serve him he had a Calabasas crib. Didn't work. They didn't go to Canada, but it's kind of like weird with serving rules. They went to another place that he had. I think this is the one that was in like, not Beverly Hills, but another one in LA. And essentially they were trying to serve Drake. Obviously, you're not going to find Drake, right? Like Drake's not just like chilling outside on his lawn, right? And even if then it's like gated, right? So essentially, this guy's whole thing, and I'm wondering if this is what he's claiming in the appellate brief. His whole thing is that, my client only got sent to jail because y'all didn't investigate the crime well enough. The number one suspect should be Drake. And if y'all had brought in Quavo, Joe Budden, Academics, Drake, who else? I think they had Uzi on there. Then they wanted like Rolling Loud in the motherfucking courtroom. They wanted a bunch of artists and entertainers to come to court to be deposed. Well, first to be deposed and then come to court to be questioned on a possible motive for X being killed. Now, that's clearly just wasting taxpayers' money. We all know the truth at this point. But now apparently he's filed this appellate brief, and now we get to hear why he's filing the brief, because he's now talking to Jesse, and let's hear what he says to Jesse.
So I want to talk about this with you, and we're going to get into more specifics of the appeal. But overall, big picture, big theme, what are you and the rest of the defense counsel arguing here?
Well, I am not arguing it. I'm not his appellate attorney. I was the trial counsel.
Okay, so he's not the appellate attorney, but he's still going to talk about Drake because he had people driving up and down looking for Drake, had people stalking me outside my house, legal service, that is.
I'm just referencing what Mr. Patanzo, which is his appellate attorney, has stated in the brief. There is so many errors that it takes a while to even break it down. One of the main errors, in my opinion, in the case, which I had to sit through, argue, and live it, was the fact that in December of 2020, I filed a witness list. The state's reaction to that was to file a motion saying, we want the court to strike all of his witnesses, that's not even something that's legal or that you could do. You have to itemize who you want stricken. You just can't shotgun approach and say, I want all of his...
I want to be very clear here. Dietrich Williams witness list. They wanted Drake, Tekashi 6ix9ine. This shit was ridiculous. They wanted Joe Budden.
Whoa.
They wanted Takeoff.
Whoa.
And Takeoff had died at that time. They wanted, as I said, these niggas wanted to go Coachella up in the goddamn courtroom.
Whoa.
They wanted me. They wanted everybody up in there.
Wait,
this is why I say it's utterly ridiculous.
Wait,
defense witnesses stricken, but the state attorney did that. In a hearing that I had to defend, myself in that motion, the court didn't grant that, but the court instructed me to file a pleading, which was the nexus in my defense witnesses and what nexus they had to my theory of defense, which I argued was inappropriate because at the end of the day, you're ordering me to give the state a blueprint of what my defense is going to be. But I was ordered to do it, and I did it. When prior to Mr. Onfroy, which I'll refer to him as X for this interview.
Why is X smirking like that? Why is he smirking like that?
His stage name was XXXTentacion, which was the victim in this case. Prior to him being murdered, he had posted on Instagram, if anybody kills me, I'm snitching right now, it's champagne poppy. I'm paraphrasing, but something to that effect, right? So imagine the decedent said prior to his death, if anybody kills me, it's champagne poppy, which is Drake's Instagram name.
Now, keep in mind, I have context for that. I was on the phone with X when he posted that. Literally on the phone. I was on the phone with him. I talked him off a ledge. Okay? X calls me one day. He has the phone in front of his face like this, right? And he's like, yo, check your phone. He's like, Ak, you might want to post that. They caught your mans. It was a picture of a guy who looked like Drake that has semen on his face. We now get to find out it was a male porn star that was homosexual, but he looks like Drake with semen. I clearly said to X, I said, X, number one, I can't post porn on Instagram. Number two, it's not him. He's like, bro, I think it's him. Now, granted, he's trolling a bit, right? He's just trolling a bit because he don't fuck with Drake because he feels like Drake has, kind of stole his song. He felt Drake has, done a few things. I mean, to be honest, some of the things he was accusing Drake of doing, Kendrick later accused Drake of doing. I'll be very fair. He deleted that. He posted it, deleted it. He posted something else, deleted it. And he then posted something with Drake's mother. And I remember saying, I said, X, you're tripping right now. I said, if you felt, and this was my exact words to X, I said, X, if you told me, because we had a passionate talk about this, he said, Act, this guy is so powerful. He uses people and he never extends his hand when it doesn't benefit him. I said, how, what do you mean? He says, when I'm in jail and I was begging, all I wanted this guy to do was even show some support for my court hearing. He didn't have to really show up, but even if he showed up, it would have been great. They would have let me out on bail much earlier, right? I couldn't get bail and this guy was non-supportive. But when it came time to jack my flow or whatever, he took a song or took a flow that was from my song to make a hit song. That's just a guy who's a piece of shit. Okay? Damn. Now, when he's going off and he's ranting and he's...
Whoa. Did he just call Drake a piece of shit? No, man. Nah, something ain't right, man. Act been talking crazy on Drake lately. Nah, something ain't right, man. Academics know something. Because he been talking down on Drake a little bit too much lately. Interesting. Fuck, man. I should have took this Benadryl, man. Shit, man. I feel like I'm about to pass out sleep. God damn, cause my sinuses was going bad, and I took a Benadryl before I went live. But I'm like, I'm struggling right now. I'm trying to stay up, but this Benadryl is dozing me the fuck off. Because my allergies was horrible. I was like, all right, I'm gonna take this Benadryl. Fuck, man. I feel like I'm about to just. I'm so drowsy right now. I'm trying to stay up. I'm so dry. I'm trying to stay up. Like, I just got to get up and walk around for a second. I just like, all right, let me get up and walk around. My allergies are horrible. And I just took a Benadryl. Woo, boy, I'm struggling right now. I'm struggling. So if I get up and walk around, it's because I ain't